Very.
Bob. Come in.
Hey,
Lovely to meet you. Watched you for many years.
How are you, Bob?
good.
Yeah. Hot? Too hot for you?
What?
Is it warm for you?
No, it's nice. I come from Las Vegas, and this is like winter.
Nice.
Nice.
Amazing. How are you doing, Bob? How's things?
Good. Thank you. Really good.
Good stuff.
Good.
Having a great time here. I mean, what a great city this is. It really is.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you have the premier fighter in the whole world fighting tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of this guy. He is the consummate professional.
I've gone on record saying, in my opinion, he's the best fighter I've seen pound for pound since a prime Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah. Although I think it's hard to compare him because of technical, but he is technically better than Roy. Roy was great athlete, great, but this Lomachenko is absolutely amazing.
I've known him since the amateur days and been on training camps around the world, and I say fighting his compatriot in Alexander Usyk is very hard, but he's an amazing fighter. I just don't want to see him go too high through the divisions.
No, this is as a matter of fact, once he wins the 4 titles, we may drop him down to either featherweight or junior lightweight.
You see, that's amazing. So, in my opinion, I believe he's going to go a long time undefeated. I know he has the Salido blip, but it's a minor blip. And,
he insisted on fighting for the title in the second fight. Salido came in overweight, and the Lomachenko people was worried too much about whether he could go 12 rounds.
Yes.
And so that
knows.
really didn't count. Yeah.
So where do we think he's going to go from? Do you like the Davis fight, Bob?
Well, yeah. First, the next step, if he's successful here on tomorrow, will be to fight the winner of
Lopez and Comey.
Of Lopez and Comey. As a matter of fact, Lopez's mad father called me this morning, woke me up, how they're going to have a great 10-week training camp. I mean, he's a real character.
Yeah.
I mean that's bizarre. But I got a guy in his training camp with him for the 10 weeks, so hopefully you'll see the best of Teofimo. But there ain't nobody around at lightweight that's going to beat Lomachenko.
What do you think the toughest test out there for him is? I mean, there's the likes of Shakur Stevenson around if he goes back down.
Shakur, he's another one of my fighters. He is a great young kid, right? But he's not ready to fight Loma.
Yeah.
Shakur last year begged me to ask Loma if he could go into training camp with him.
Okay.
And so Loma gave him a good first round.
Wow.
And then he taught him a lot.
Okay, well that's good to hear.
Yeah.
It's great that your fighters are mixing together and wanting to help each other.
Right, yeah.
How do you see it's going to happen that Shakur is going to maybe fight Josh Warrington?
Yeah, I mean, I think what we're going to be doing is Shakur will be fighting for the world title against Gonzalez in October, the title that Valdez vacated to go up to 130. And as far as Warrington is concerned, I think we had the guy I want to get ready to fight Warrington is Mick Conlon.
Okay.
And
So then maybe the winners of each fight come together.
Yeah, because Warrington doesn't fight for us, but he fights for Frank. And the rest of the guys are in our camp.
You have a very talented stable there.
Yeah, we do. We really do. And all good, nice guys.
Yes. I'm a fan of Shakur. I've been a fan for a while, even as an amateur. He's a talented boy.
Yeah, and a fun guy.
Talented.
And we got him with good people. Andre Ward is one of his managers. Andre is, it's such a pleasure to talk boxing. We had dinner last night, and Dre was with us. And to talk boxing to Dre is, I mean, he really is a bright, smart guy, and a pleasure. I mean, a real credit to boxing.
I've known him a long time now. He's a really good guy, a diamond of a guy. So
yeah,
really good boy. So,
You don't want to offer Tony Bellew a contract, do you? He's looking to make a
Tony
comeback.
Bellew's retired now. I'm not fighting no more, so I don't want to get punched in the face anymore. I've had a good time doing it.
Good for you, right?
I'm happily retired now. You know, I achieved my dreams, so leave it to it's a young man's game.
And you had a good fight with Usyk.
Yes.
Alexander's he's a really nice guy. But you see, when I signed Loma, they wanted me to sign Usyk because they were very close friends. And at that point, I was dealing with HBO and a limited number of dates. We do that. I don't want to get guys and then sell them a bill of goods
Inactive.
and then keep them inactive.
So there's a lot of guys, a lot of promoters in the game. They sign up the fighters and they leave them there and they go stale.
They leave them there because they have no outlet for it.
So
Not intentional.
That's an honourable thing to do. Good on you, because I've seen it over the years. So many good fighters. They get signed up, but they don't fight for like 6 months at a time.
Exactly.
It's unfair.
Well, that's why I wouldn't sign him. Not because
You know he's good enough.
and he's you fought him, and so you knew him a little bit. He's got a great personality.
Yes, he has. He's a good
Fun
joker,
guy,
lovely guy. And listen, the most important thing, he can really fight.
Yes.
I'm testament to that. So I only wish him well going forward. That's the long
You
way.
see,
I'm enjoying.
the greatest trainer that I've encountered in boxing is Loma's father.
Yes.
Anatoly, yeah.
You've come across them all.
Yeah, I know him all. I mean, over the years.
Angelo Dundee to Emmanuel Stewart.
All of them. This guy is the best.
Wow.
The best.
Okay.
And he's a very quiet guy, and he, stays in the background, and he won't train any other fighter, except he'll help out with Usyk because Loma and Usyk are such close friends.
Godfathers to each other's children.
But he won't train Bozic, for example.
Yes, he won't train
Bozic, is with Atlas now.
Yes.
That's a very tough fight coming up. Him and
You think so? Who do you fancy going into that one?
I don't know. They both fight for me.
I fancy Gavodzic. I think Betabayev is very dangerous, but he's very vulnerable. And I believe weight may be an issue with him.
Maybe.
You never know. I mean, with the power that he carries, he can end the fight in a split second. So you just never know. But my money would be on Gavodzic. Luckily for me, I'm not a gambler.
Bozic is one of the most intelligent fighters I've ever met. And not only in the ring, but you ever talk to him about politics or anything? He really is well-read, and he's a brilliant guy. It's a real pleasure. I like to be with him because he knows politics. He explained the situation with Russia and Ukraine.
And that is very rare because the world is engulfed by just fight, talk. And usually it's just bubbles and nonsense.
Right.
But to hear a fighter who knows about politics and the game, that's very unusual.
It's really interesting because I try to get that conversation going with Loma, and he won't talk to me about politics. And I think the reason is that in the part of the Ukraine that he comes from, the Odessa region, that they're all really Russians. And he won't talk Ukrainian.
Yeah, okay.
He won't talk, but Bozic knows all the language, Ukrainian. I mean, Loma knows Ukrainian, but he won't talk it. Only will talk Russian.
Sounds like he's being held back from really what he wants to say, but he's obviously bright enough.
No, they won't. The Ukrainian fighters, whether it's Usyk or Bozic or Loma, will not talk politics in public.
Okay, but Bozic will.
Only to me.
That's because he trusts you.
Well, he trusts me, and because he knows how interested I am.
Yes.
And I'm, in where I don't really understand the dynamics, I don't shoot my mouth off. Where I feel I do, and politically, like I'm one of the most anti-Trumpers that you live in.
I try and I just say what I see, which gets me in trouble sometimes. But you know what? I don't care.
Yeah, you've got something in common there.
What's that?
You two. You don't give a shit what you say.
I
Both of
don't
you.
care. You know, it is what it is. I Chris Osco. It is what it is. You should be. Listen.
As long as you're honest to yourself, screw everyone else.
I don't answer
Who
to nobody.
cares what they think?
Of course, at the end of the day, it's a free world, and we're all entitled to our opinions. And if you don't like it, fuck it.
There we go.
I agree.
Right, you've got to actually go and do some paid work
I've
now.
got to go and do some work. Bob,
Thank
it
you.
was an absolute honour to meet
Real
you.
pleasure to
It was a
talk to you.
pleasure. Lovely to speak to you. Good luck for the future.
Thank you, Tony. God bless you. Thanks, Bob.